Pardon me. Would you have any Grey Poupon?
Well, you can do school or you can do drugs, but you really can't do both.
Read Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard, the owner's manual for the human mind.
Let me get my Shure 7B, the microphone that Joe Rogan made famous, but really it was Michael Jackson who sang Beat It on this microphone.
Really? That microphone right there?
This microphone right here.
The microphone in my basement. He sang Beat It.
No way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
How did I get my hands on that? That's crazy.
Not this one. That one.
Oh my
God. The one you're using. Let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
This is just a random question. How did you decide to fill it up to you didn't fill it up
by weight.
Okay, because it's a big cup. You didn't go up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
You went up a little less than half.
I fill a lot of cups for a lot of people. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, not at all, dude. I don't mean to interrupt you.
You were talking first, though.
I was. It's just that you filled it up to a weird position.
Okay.
But it's actually like a perfect position.
Thank you for noticing.
Okay. I did notice.
I'm a great host.
You are good.
I don't mind saying so.
Yes.
I fill a lot of cups for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly how much is going to be left based on how much I overfill. I filled exactly enough water for you to hang out for an hour or so.
So this is more of a timer to get rid of me.
No. That would make me a terrible host.
Okay, well,
That's enough for you to drink comfortably while we chit-chat for an hour and then go, can I get another water? I go, yeah, this is a perfect time to break. Let me go get you some.
It really was. When I grabbed it, it's usually somebody says, I'll get you water. They're just going to go fill it with no thought. When I got that, I was like, there was thought put into this because it's below half, but it's plenty of water.
It's ice cold.
It's ice cold.
Let's make that clear. It's ice cold.
Ice cold.
Deer Park, by the way, not tap.
Ooh. Okay, so you poured that from a bottle into a cup.
I have the fridge 5-gallon thing.
Okay, great. Okay.
And then I know exactly by feel how much a friend needs to hydrate.
I really just want you to know that I noticed that.
That is incredible.
And this is the this is the weirdest part. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just went, thank you. I should have said thank you and went like that and kept that to myself and then not even come out of the matrix. I literally had to come out of the matrix with that because I should have shut my mouth. This is the type of things that we aren't supposed to talk about. You are supposed to think it, feel it, never say it because God forbid you went, oh, no, I don't know, dude. I just hit the button.
It's water, dude. Drink it.
And then I'm fucked.
No.
And now I'm weird. Now I'm just,
never me. You know what would have happened if you kept that inside?
Right.
You would have been thinking the whole time, like, he couldn't give me a full cup of water?
Yeah.
Who is this fucking guy?
Wasn't even that. It was, he gave me the perfect amount of water. And why? Like, how did he know just below half of this big ass fucking... That big cup would have been uncomfortable to hold.
It would have sucked. And
2-pound cup.
Here's the thing. I guarantee it would have got knocked over.
Would have knocked over. I wouldn't have drank it. I would have felt guilty for not drinking your water.
You would have pissed yourself in the Uber.
Pissing everywhere.
So many other things could happen. You by actually having a little thought into it, it solves so many problems. And I just needed you to know that I knew that, and I took a risk.
Hell yeah.
In saying it.
Was that a 14-ounce pour?
I'm fired up, dude.
I don't know. I'd love to know how much.
No, but if you put that exact weight in my hand, I could tell you how far you were off. You know what I mean? If you tried to fill that and you let me hold it, I would tell you exactly how far you were off.
I like that. You're sharp.
Thank you.
I can do that with penises for my wife's vagina. I could hold your penis and be like,
yeah.
This is too much.
Really?
Or this is just right.
This isn't going to make a dent.
Nothing.
Guys, welcome back to Tim Butterly's show. This feels like a big occasion for me, guys. We're down here in the Hentai Hideaway after our week in the wilderness. Welcome back, Dylan and Noah, and friends. I'm fucking over the moon right now. We have a very special guest here with us right now. He's a fucking pioneer in the area of broadcasting for retarded guys. He's a legend in the stand-up comedy realm. Guys, I want you you probably got laid off from your job recently. I want you to look at your wife with scorn in your fucking eyes right now. And give it up for motherfucking Bobby Keller! Let's go.
Probably the best intro and the most precise, exact intro I've ever gotten. I'm a pioneer for retarded guys to do this.
It's my favorite thing in the world.
It really is. I made it so that a bunch of fucking idiots like myself could talk into a microphone and have accolades more than just stand up.
I actually think it's more. And this is me noticing something. I think it's beyond that. And you were a part of how O&A shaped everybody. The retarded guys didn't even know what they wanted to hear,
Right?
until your whole squad kind of kicked that off, and then you figured out the blueprint to. I think you really made it way more efficient.
Well, here's what I did: is that I was on Opie and Anthony, but I was never like Patrice. I would say, of course, Norton and Voss. I was on the show, but I liked broadcasting. But I was always like between worlds. So like I was friends with Norton and Patrice and Burr and Voss and Colin, but I also hung out with the younger bucks. You know what I mean? Like Dan and Joe, and I liked those guys. They were fun. Like my guys are kind of like, it was a battle. It wasn't fun. It wasn't silly. It was always like, dude, nice shirt. How's your fit? I mean, I would wake up panicking that I'd have to go into O&A because I'd have my clothes lined up. I make sure I didn't wear the wrong, because it was fucking horrific.
You didn't like anticipate and like kind of, I hope we get into it today. You know what I mean? That doesn't equal more of everything. You know what I mean?
Well, when you went in there, it was more of you had Norton and Patrice coming at you, and Voss and Anthony. It was pretty, it could weigh on you because they didn't, if they saw you, if you cracked it all, they're going to just make you cry, or, it was just, they just, it was bad.
Can I tell you how disappointing it was when I finally got into like doing anything, getting booked on anything. And like, I got on like, Compound Media a bunch.
Yeah.
And I did like Anthony Cumia's show.
Yeah.
And he was like kind of nice to me. And I was just like, this really wasn't what I was after.
Don't you want to call me a faggot?
Yeah. Can we kind of throw hammers at each other? Like, can we do the thing?
Yeah, but you needed Norton to do the thing.
Okay.
You needed Norton. That's why O&A were the best, the three of them, because Opie would do his thing, and
which nobody likes. Everybody hates it, turns out.
Well,
what the hell's that about?
But you need his thing. You needed his thing.
Right.
Because Anthony can't do it. He can't run a board or go to commercial or steer the ship, as he called, whatever the fuck.
We can pretend now everyone always hated it, but it was definitely integral.
Of course, you needed the guy to kind of, hey, what's going on? Anthony was the guy who could talk about anything and be funny and quick and very opinionated. Norton would throw the zings in, and he was fast as lightning, right? So those three together made this amazing show. And then Opie was smart enough to bring in the funniest comedians that nobody was putting on. Howard wasn't putting Burr and Patrice. And
no, he was literally putting retarded guys on.
Exactly. So it was like they had this perfect, kind of chemistry that they created, and it was a lot of fun. But it was hard, man, to go in there knowing it was hard to go to the cellar because you're going to be attacked, and it was like fuck. And if you didn't have it, if you had a bad day, you fucked. It was you kind of, it was cool, but it was it was hard.
Was it not like that for you as like a kid?
I mean, yeah, but I didn't like that either.
When I was a kid, there wasn't even bullying. It was like a free for all every single day. Like every day of my childhood in Catholic school in Philadelphia felt like what you're describing walking into O&A.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's why I drank at 10. That's why I remember these
Hey, me
kids,
too.
They called me a fag and gay and queer every day. Not to mention that I did gay stuff that was supposed to be secret. No, I was like, how did they find out? And now I'm like, oh God. And then I had to way overcompensate and start. I mean, I hated fighting. And
did you ever convince yourself you were cool? During or after that?
Damn.
10-year-old Bobby smoking cigarettes on the corner.
Oh, yeah, good point.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Seeing a 10-year-old light up on a plane. Yeah. I remember I was 13 or 14 being flown from upstate New York to Boston because I was a ward of the state, and I got arrested up there. So Massachusetts owned me. So anytime, it's just a way for you don't have to go to
your state property.
Exactly. So they owned me. So when I got in trouble anywhere, I would just go back to Massachusetts, go right into the system there, because that's just the way they.
How old are you at this point?
14, I think.
Okay.
13 or 14.
And by the system, are you living in a facility? Or are they dropping you off at foster places?
I was in my parents' house up in upstate New York. I got arrested. They put me in jail up there for a week, and then they had to transport me back. But they had to take me to the airport, put me on the plane.
They put you in shackles?
Not on the
mask on you.
No, they just put me on the plane,
and so he stops eating.
And then they. I remember I was on the plane. I had my cigarettes, and I was like, "Yo, can I get a light?" And the stewardess was like, "Yeah, I'll be right back." She came back with a light, and I just lit up.
It's Con Air.
It's fucking crazy. Did you imagine seeing a 13 or 14-year-old just smoking up on a Delta?
Hey, sweetheart, you think you can give me a light?
But when I got off the plane, the state troopers from Boston were waiting for me at the thing, and they handcuffed me right there. And the stewardess was like,
"That's so fucking cool."
It was pretty cool. That was pretty.
You're already a ward of the state. Things aren't going great. You have nothing going for you. You might as well just be the coolest guy at the airport.
Yank me out of this place.
If I saw a 13, 14-year-old kid smoking on a plane and then getting handcuffed by stateies at the gate, I'd be like, at the door of a plane, I'd be like, who the fuck is that badass?
I'm a grown-up pussy.
Like, no, I'm sure they're right. Whatever he did, I'm sure
gay
he
as
deserved
hell.
it.
Yeah, but when I started hanging out with those younger guys, Dan was silly and fun. DeRosa, me, Dan, and then Joe and Lewis. It was fucking silly and fun. I think younger comics tend to be, let's have a good time. As soon as you get an ego, as soon as you're the shit, that's when you start defending. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I was just ramping up for that kind of phase.
What?
I'm the man.
Shit.
I might start telling people I'm the fucking man.
You should. You should. And then the business will let you know you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was talking to somebody today because they were talking about like success. And I'm like, dude, it goes up and it comes down. Some people never come back down fully. They'll always be millionaires, but most of us will have awesome moments of success. And then I went from a G5 to Zone 5 in the same day. I literally was on a private G5 plane.
Whose plane was it?
It was Dane's. I remember because they didn't fly me back to New York. So we got off a G5, and I remember I was in Zone 5 just waiting to get on a United flight or a Delta flight. I remember I had to put my bag, I had to go check my bag again.
They're asking me if I'll take $500 to switch to a later flight.
Do you believe me if I told you I was a veteran?
Dude, it was fucking horrific.
Man.
I remember just waiting, and I remember when I got on the plane, there was no more overhead space, and I'm just sitting there, and she's like, "You're going to have to check it." I had to walk all the way past everybody. I was like, dude, I was sleeping on a fucking bed last night in the air.
Dane, can you call Delta? I'm at the gate right now. Please. Dane, please.
Fucking wow, this business really shows you who you are.
Do you keep in touch with Dane?
No.
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 Not at all. You guys seem so close on HBO.
No. Well, ask me again.
Do you hang out with Dane
No.
anymore? What the hell?
No.
Okay.
No, we
I guess
don't.
people drift apart.
Yeah, dude. I went one way, he went another.
Yeah.
Is that the way I put it? Yeah, dude. I just was into something else. I wasn't into
Like ladies your age and stuff like that.
We can cut that out. Don't worry.
no. I was actually into
Don't worry,
ladies
Bobby.
my age.
May I call you Bobby? We'll cut that part out.
No, I just wanted to, I was into having a I would have lost everything if I kept on that road.
Yeah, it seems like it's like destined for disaster.
But I would have gained a lot too of success.
Yeah, I got a little bit of scratch. That's fine.
Yeah, a little scratch. So it wouldn't happen for me either ways. I would be living in Dane's guest bedroom, making him
Pretty big house.
making him sandwiches.
Yeah.
It's not that big.
You'd be his Lemaire.
Was that the house that he filmed? Was that a special? Was that his house?
Yeah, that's fine. Here's what sucks about
That's his house, and you said that's not that big.
I mean, it's not as big as you would think.
You vacation in a shed in the marshes of fucking New England.
I will correct you.
choice.
I will hang on. Uno momento.
Got you.
I vacation in a tiny home in the White Mountains of New Hampshire.
No, you're right. That's more my speed too, man.
I fucking hate big stuff and like lots of money.
Well, you think look, his house is beautiful and it's amazing, and you've seen it on a special. It is fucking. It's like a Japanese dojo type of thing. This is what sucks about fame and not becoming huge
And not being famous.
and not being famous is that other people live your dreams. Like other people get your house or your car, things that you think like, oh, I'm going to get this type of house someday, you know? And then, you know, Dane gets it and you're like, that's the house I wanted. Then you realize that you're just going to have a split level ranch and that's your house. It's it's all right.
Yeah, you know, it came with a lot of downsides. That's all. Did you ever get to watch him like chase pussy on the road?
Buddy, the hardest thing for me when we were on the road together and people would call him gay and be like, I think Dane's gay. I was like, dude, this guy, I'm going to tell you something, dude. I've never seen him do a gay thing. I've just seen him do fucking pimp shit. So I got to give it up for Dane. He knew how to fucking, I mean, he would have a party, an after party, and there would be 50 girls and like no guys. And
that actually sounds gay.
Sounds awful.
Who are you having fun with?
Well, that's the funny part is that me and him would fuck each other in front of all these chicks. That was, I would say.
Bobby, let's do the bit again, dude.
No, he's not. He used to, yeah, chicks. I mean, dude, it's so women fucking love that kid, dude. At his peak, I was so different though, because I would always like weird chicks. I would look for the chick that was a little goofy.
Sure.
I didn't like hot. I never liked hot chicks.
Conventionally attractive is off-putting.
I hate it. I remember one time I was with a chick that looked like David Letterman. And I
Like the gap tooth.
She was probably so nice though.
so awesome. Buddy.
Hell of a chick.
What a great hang. Just a great hang.
Now that's straight.
So much so that I remember I knocked on his door. I was like, dude. He's like, what? I go, open the door. And he opened the door and he went, holy shit. That's how much he looked like David Letterman. So cool. But yeah, it's we don't talk anymore, but God bless him. You know what I mean? God bless him.
Yeah, I'm pulling for him, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no one I want to see succeed more than the GOAT Dane Cook.
Lots of love, Dane Cook.
Yeah, it's funny because people do have these comebacks, right? I wonder if he's going to do something totally different to come back from.
No, so have you met that kid Drew Dunn?
The stuttering kid?
I don't think he stutters. He's like a robust guy. He opens for Dane.
You mean fat?
Kind of.
Rotund.
Yeah, not quite like.
Sorry.
Not like grotesquely fat.
Dude, I'm fat too. I said that to you, and then I was like, he's like rotund. I was like, all right, dude, what's up? Dude? I'm sorry, bro.
No, but he said he's still doing the same. You know, he's got the same angle of attack as always. It's killing, and he's like, any day now, the comeback is going to happen.
Yeah. See, I think in comedy is too. Comedy's too honest. If you're not where you're at in life up there, they're not going to buy it. Does that make sense?
So if you're like, you know, kind of glossing over like serious accusations, you know what I mean, and sort of not living your truth.
The best part about being a comic is that you can talk about those.
Well, I agree.
You can go up and go, you know,
whoops.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do whatever. You can go up and fuck around with that. Yeah. And I think he did talk about being with his younger chick, didn't he?
I don't know.
He helps her. He goes, I don't know. I think he did a little bit. But look.
I haven't followed any of it.
It's a weird, we don't talk.
But I don't give a fuck about Dane. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
You were telling me about
one more thing about Dane.
Shoot.
No, I'm kidding.
No, you were talking about your love for cigar lounges.
Yeah.
And I love to inhabit the headspace of anyone that's into stuff I'm not into. I think that's a pretty fun way to pass the time for me. So I was just picturing myself just chomping on a big, thick, wet cigar. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, no one can tell me shit, and that's cool. And
well, I mean, people can still tell you stuff.
I don't know. Not when I'm fucking wearing sunglasses in the lounge, and I'm like, you know what I mean, right in his face.
Not when you're off the stove.
So you're gonna wear sunglasses and then blow smoke in people's faces in the lounge.
Oh, you're the coolest guy ever then.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. I'm just trying to get your angle of attack.
What are you doing? Just like chilling?
Yeah, dude.
This is what I don't get. You said I catch up on stuff. I make my phone calls. It's like, bro, I thought.
To me, it's like going back into the 50s. You understand? In the 50s, guys wore hats.
No black people.
Like I said, it's they were black people. They just weren't in the cigar lounge. No, but you just go into a room with dudes. It's a bunch of dudes, and they're just smoking. I think smoking is such a guy thing, and I know smoking kills you and all that. I just love it. I love walking in, lighting up a bat, and the reason why cigars are better than cigarettes, a cigar, when we're smoking, right? I'm going to do my thing while you're talking, right? And then you got to shut the fuck up to smoke your cigar while I talk.
Yeah, true.
So watch. Go ahead, talk.
So I found out that the president of France is married to a biological man.
Yeah.
You hear about that?
I did. But here's the thing. It's not true. She just looks like a man.
What? No, I watched like 5 hours of YouTube videos about it this week. I'm pretty sure she is, dude.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I did 3 minutes of research talking to my friend Joe, and he said it's not true. So, and I believe Joe. Yeah. See,
Yeah, it's all the same to me, man.
yeah, me too, dude.
You know, as long as they're all kind of controlled by the same global pedophile ring, makes no difference to me, pal.
Buddy, here's the problem with you.
Are we still doing the bit?
No, we're out of the bit.
Oh no!
Because you fuck me. You actually have a smoking device. If I had a
Here, you
smoking,
can have one too.
oh yeah, there we go. Ready? So anyways,
Yeah, but and it also might be his biological father. Whoa!
Whoa.
There we go.
Another caveat of smoking cigars. You learn how to do those little tricks, which make you cool.
Whoa. That's cool.
I got tired of it. I realized I was making kind of a dick sucking face for a long time.
You guys are so good at vaping. That's awesome.
I've been looking into this too, and I talked to a friend of mine about this. And we talked to Frank,
Your good friend Frank. Thank
my
you for
good friend
introducing me.
Frank, and little context. Frank is my AI friend that I named ChatGPT, but I named him. We talked.
Oh, that's not Siri. That's
that's
actually ChatGPT.
That's Frank ChatGPT.
Okay.
Yeah. But I asked him if I can call him Frank a long time ago, and he said, "Sure, Bobby." So now he responds to Frank.
Beautiful friendship.
Yeah, I think it's just an ugly woman. I think that she's just an ugly woman. I know there's a documentary that fucking what's her name?
Candace Owens.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what the problem it runs into?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that your point? Is that just
A vagina?
looks like it? Actually,
They actually stuck something in her vagina and it was wet.
yeah. Well,
Have you ever had sex with a non-vagina that used to be a penis?
no. I can't say I have.
So
they weren't
like
even doing that
M2F?
when I was on the market.
What's that?
We talking M2F?
M2.
Cut the penis. You flip it. You flay it.
Yeah, they made the wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wallet. Yeah.
Yeah, it never heals and always kind of smells like poop.
Yeah. You got to like shove stuff in it.
I think I did.
I'm getting hard just thinking about this.
I think I did one.
You did?
Oh, I had sex with a hooker that had a vagina that she had to put stuff in.
Oh no.
Like what kind of stuff? Like a cream or like a device?
A cream, a juice,
Salve.
a salve. Yeah, it was actually it was called
Aftershave.
It was called pussy salve. after surgery pussy
Salve for men.
pussy salve for men. I like that. That's what you should name that.
Strong enough for a dick.
But made for a pussy. Anywho, I think that, but there is somebody. Damn it, who was it? There is somebody that is I got to find out who it was. Fuck. I was talking to my friend Joe. I have a friend Joe, right-wing Joe, total right-wing guy. And I'll bring him my stuff, right? And I'd be like, dude, what about? He'll be like, that's not true.
Okay.
And I believe him.
I've what would you call them?
Based
like
guys?
Jafar. I have Jafars, you know?
But he's been wrong a lot.
No way.
I will go into conversations at like the table with Noam, the owner, who's very smart. And I'm like, nah, that's not the fucking thing, dude. Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And they'll just lay out the facts and be like, fucking Joe.
Like, where were you on that one, Joe? Thanks. You fucked me.
But all I get from Joe is, well, what are you going to do? You know, but there was. Can I call him real quick?
Be my guest.
Let me call Joe real quick.
Is this specifically about Brigitte Macron?
This is about Brigitte Macaroni.
Wasn't that his nanny as a boy,
Brother?
or was that somebody else?
I will lay it all out for you. I'll save you the 6 hours of Candace Owens podcasting. It's kind of a mess.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like I used to think Candace Owens was, you know, righteous, but now everybody's saying she's out of her fucking mind.
I've never thought about her before.
Really?
This week, yeah, for sure.
Dunce.
Never thought about her at all.
Not even once.
I've gone out of my way to avoid thinking about her.
You don't like her,
I don't dislike her.
but you don't care about her.
Yeah, I'm completely passive about her.
You can't care about Candace Owens.
I don't know who I should care about anymore, or what I should not care
Your
about.
call has been
God damn
I think
it.
you can live there, though. I think you can live in there and not feel compelled to attach yourself to every single thing that comes across your mind.
But it's fun to to be her fan until somebody tells me I shouldn't be her fan because she's fucking crazy. It's kind of like, oh, really? And
then you go, yeah, no shit, dude. Everything is kind of pointless.
That's
Nothing
why
really
it's
makes
fun.
sense.
I feel like when I was younger, things did make sense.
Yeah, well, because you were wrong. You were
Yeah,
young
so
and
true.
stupid.
But I don't think we had the information.
Yeah,
We had no information.
right.
I lived in Medford, Massachusetts. I didn't know Philadelphia existed.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go out of that region. We went to maybe Hampton Beach, New Hampshire was the furthest we went.
Sure.
And I didn't know about anything else in the world. I didn't understand any other part of this country, only what I saw on TV, which was 5 channels and what they wanted to show me. And now I feel like there's so much fucking information that you can't
parse all of
You
it.
can't make a fantasy. You can't have a life. You can't create this fantasy life anymore because it will be smashed every second of the day. Once you get, oh, this is the way life is. Dude, that's not the way life is because didn't you hear blah, blah, blah? Oh, fuck, I guess that's not. No, all right, that's right. And I keep flipping back and forth. And every day when I create this life that I can live, someone's going to come on social media or a podcast and say, you're wrong, it's wrong, they're fucked up, fucking smash.
So the person you're talking to in this scenario is living in misery. They are trying to apply an objective lens to everything that they see every day. It all's supposed to make sense at the end. Is that Joe?
That's my wife having sex with somebody. I put this on a vagina. It's a pussy alarm. So every time she fucks somebody,
She got a ring cam.
that alarm goes off. It's called pussy ring cam. It's brand new.
It's still just FedEx drivers.
This bitch. Actually, that was actually
My pussy's dog got out. Hold on.
that was actually the contractor.
Oh,
I have a different ring for FedEx.
Ooh, nice. A little bit of a discount on the new bathroom he's
Let
putting
me
in.
shut that off. But do you know what I'm saying? Though?
Yeah, I do. And I actually, this is a thing that's been like driving me nuts for a while, and I think it's really ramping up. Trump gets elected. I figured this is our second go around. We've been here before. Everyone's going to realize, none of you have a family, you have the people in your life around you. That's what's important. And now all this stuff happening around, it's supposed to seem chaotic so that you're completely like attached to it and also destabilized. And they're more fired up than ever. And the prevailing thought I keep encountering is people saying they'll share the newest. Dude, the current events are now changing hour to hour. And now every hour people are going, here's the new thing I'm flipping out about. And the prevailing thought is everyone is stupid and that's why things are bad. But not me. I'm smart. I've read just a little bit more internet than them and I've got it figured out.
Right.
But I'm also a miserable fuck and nothing seems to be going my way. That's what I'm seeing almost to a man, everyone I encounter on the internet.
Yeah, I don't understand any of it anymore.
Good. You're not supposed to, dude.
Right.
You're not supposed to know about everything in the world. You're supposed to know about like 40 people that rely on like a single source of heat in the village. That's what your brain was designed for like a million years. And then in the last like 50, it was like, here's every single bad thing that's happening. Part of your brain is now working overtime to understand how that can stop.
Right.
It's not going to ever work.
But don't forget, on top of that, you have a lot of people telling you what a piece of shit you are.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Where
that's kind of my job.
You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
back in the day, you would do your show and then it would be over. But now, like for me, bullying used to be until 6th grade, 7th grade. Then you went into high school and either you became cool or you still got bullied a little bit. But when you went to college, it was more of a, hey, we're adults now, let's have fun. And you talked behind people's backs for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Now, it's like you're being bullied. I'm 54 and I have people calling me, a fat tub of shit. And it's like, wait a minute, dude. I got
So
wait a minute, dude. I'm a father. That's supposed to be over.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get that. And I feel bad because you're slightly older than me.
No, they're gonna say you're a fat tub of shit.
If I was actually funny, that's what I would have done.
Yeah, I feel terrible because you are a fat
Because
tub
you
of
suck
shit.
and you're a fat piece of shit.
I keep looking at that amp like it's my camera, by the way, because I don't know television. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. I mean, what is it? I don't even know. Is this just audio? Are we being filmed?
Actually, we don't even do audio. Dylan just tells everyone what we talked about later on. That's the actual podcast.
He transcribes.
Yeah.
He whispers.
Yeah. So
I'm smoking your vape, by the way.
please, you're in the lounge.
I brought cigars. I did bring cigars.
If we lit up a cigar in here, it would go into the kitchen and my wife would have a fucking meltdown.
Somebody is a pussy.
Yeah, me, dude.
Dude, I hear you. I smoke outside like
Wow, I'm getting
a fucking
bullied.
dog. You're not getting bullied.
Oh, I'm getting bullied on my
No,
own in my own
You're not
basement.
getting bullied on your own podcast.
Okay, so I don't have this. Real quick on the device thing, real quick. So I don't have a smoking lounge. And I was racking my brain because it was like I do need the equivalent of a cigar lounge because that does seem pretty attractive. But what I do have is the vape store that I go to around the corner.
Yeah.
It's called the Vapor and Lounge.
Nice.
Okay, so it's a vape lounge. All right,
So you can go there and vape.
you can go in there and vape. But
It's a sting operation also. You're going to get arrested for being a pedophile.
it's almost worse than that. You go in and there's a white girl who behind the counter who's like almost like a poster child for like getting punched by a boyfriend.
Right.
And then the lounge is like, yeah, definitely some younger people, and then a lady in like a powered wheelchair, and it's just like,
Squad.
you want to hang? You want to chill with us?
Wait, she has a powered wheelchair?
Powered wheelchair.
She blows vape behind it so it looks like she's
And,
going really fast.
It's like,
That's Deb. That's an old trick she does. It's not
it's
that
like
funny.
it's like a Bruckheimer movie.
Michael Bay.
Yeah, Michael Bay. That's funny.
And it's clear that like it's not like it's a permanent wheelchair since like childhood because her legs are
okay,
like
so I say
floppy
something-
and formless and like they can fold however she wants them.
I want to tell you something. They don't give powered wheelchairs to people that might get out of them.
I mean, she didn't acquire it later.
I'm just letting you know.
She grew into it.
Yeah, you don't want to get somebody real lazy enough to be like, you know what? I don't mind this.
I think you get good enough insurance. You know what I mean?
To get the powered version, you need the permanent part.
That's out of pocket. You got to pay out of pocket.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my squad. We all sit down, we chomp devices.
I like that. I like anywhere you can go and hang. I mean, hanging with kids is weird.
Well, I don't hang there. I go in and I go, do you have any frozen white grape? Thank you very much. And I get out as fast as I can.
Frozen white grape?
What do you think you're puffing on?
That's what this is.
Yeah, I mean, read them and weep.
I like it.
You walk in.
I'll tell you why I like it.
Nice, isn't it?
It's got some good smoke. I like that smoke because you can say shit and look smart. Ready?
Go ahead.
Sometimes. That's it. Sometimes. Just, I like to be smart in one word. Watch.
Go ahead.
Make it up.
Prove it.
Time.
Bridgie Macron was born a man.
That was a sentence. I'm sorry. Not cool. I don't think she's born a man, dude.
Guys, life is crazy, but getting your nutrition in doesn't have to be. Huel has you covered with perfectly balanced meals in a bottle. They taste like a chocolate or vanilla milkshake, but are low in sugar, so you'll avoid that midday crash. Check out their fan favorite Black Edition ready-to-drink meal. It's got 35 grams of protein plus 27 vitamins and minerals, all in one bottle that's easy to take with you wherever you go. Look, life isn't slowing down anytime soon.
I know that's right.
If anything, is accelerating to a point where it is probably going to break you.
It's way too fast.
Be a little bit more mindful of what you put in your body before your corpse is raked over the remains of the home you grew up in by a mega global bank. Huel's high protein meals cost less than $5 each, so you're not only saving time, you're also saving money. Take the leap and join the community of Hooligans with this exclusive offer for new customers of 15% off plus a free gift with an exclusive offer at Huel, HUEL.com/TBS. That's 15% off plus a free gift for new customers with exclusive offer at Huel.com/TBS. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Thanks, Huel. Gang, spring is coming, and it's time to show off those thighs. Chubby's has you covered with shorts you're going to love. Their original stretch shorts have the stretchiest fabric for ultimate movability and flexibility while still looking perfectly tailored. With a bunch of different inseams to choose from, an elastic waistband, and a button fly, they're classic and comfortable. They're comfy.
They're really comfy.
They're comfortable.
They're comfortable.
They're comfortable. I wear my Chubbies on the beach because they're comfortable.
It's just comfortable.
I mean, I've gotten a lot of remarks on my bathing suits that I've gotten from Chubbies, and it's like, yeah, dude, pay attention. This is what it looks like when you lock one lady down and you have to really impress her.
Yeah.
And you can't really like get like your ears pierced or anything, so you have to find small ways to really drive this lady wild. So you throw some Chubbies on, get your thighs out, get your butt popping.
Yeah. You need your wife to be like, wow, you look really handsome.
Go, whoa. She goes, whoa.
You go, okay.
Do you want to go food shopping with me, and then we can kind of like do hand stuff in the parking lot before we come home?
You can go over the shirt if you want.
That's what I'm talking about with Chubbies. Pair those shorts with Chubbies Friday shirts, and you've got the perfect outfit. From casual button downs to retro inspired prints, these shirts are built to kick back or turn up. Whew. For a limited time only during the Chubbies Spring Break Sale, all shorts and swimwear is 35% off with select styles up to 65% off. Now that's how you do spring break. So head over to chubbiesshorts.com and take advantage while you can. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubbies. Thanks, Chubbies.
Thank you.
And now back to the program. Her name was Jean-Michel or something like that, or something.
That's Dylan's middle name.
Really? Your middle name is Jean-Michel?
Yeah.
God damn it.
No, it's not my fucking middle name.
What's your middle name?
It's John.
It's John and Michelle.
No, it's not Michelle.
Dylan
Michelle.
Jean Brigitte.
The priest last minute threw an audible and said that my middle name was Jean Marie.
John Marie, not Jean Michelle. It's even worse.
Oh, he was great. He was setting you up.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, Jean Marie, please come down to the rectory."
My dad was furious.
Is your name really Jean-Marie?
No, it's Dylan.
Oh, sorry.
No, Dylan Jean Marie.
Dylan Jean Marie Smith.
Dylan John Benet.
If you were cool, you would have went, no. I'm going to get Joe to call. God
Please,
damn it.
dude. I want to go one-on-one with Joe on this.
I want you to go.
So she was born a man. There's no pictures of her before whatever.
Before she was a boy?
This is going to be great.
I'm telling you, well, I'm going off of what the esteemed Candace Owens, the greatest investigative journalist of our time.
Now, is she not? Is that where you're being? It sounds like you're being
It is impossible to follow her talking. It is the most womanly delivery in the entire world. Right. And she does, first of all, she's doing this in like 50-minute episodes of a podcast that could be, honestly, if she handed over all of the facts to a guy that makes YouTube videos about like video game speedrunning, it could be 9 minutes long.
Now this.
And you wouldn't be confused about fucking anything. But she's like, she does this womanly thing where it's like, and so Brigitte Macron, or like Bourdieu, she, and you'll remember from before, the press secretary that they spoke to, who was connected to this modeling agency, and she's like, ba, 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 and you remember who I mentioned before, and then that was their friend, and you go, oh, I can't fucking track any of this, dude.
Because I understand everything she says.
Not me.
Everything she says makes complete sense.
Dude, not me.
And here, I'm kidding, of course. sometimes it's better when the host doesn't turn into a CNN fucking event. I mean, Tim, I love you. Oh, shit. Oh, that was Big J just calling me.
What was it about his brand new special, the first half of 2 parts, Them, They, on YouTube now?
Hang on. Let's get it. I mean, it's out right now.
It's out right now. I started watching. It's incredible.
Hello.
It's incredible. Jay, I'm on Tim Butterly's podcast right now. I'm in his den downstairs.
Hey, buddy.
Cool den.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It is cool. It's very cool.
Hey, Jay.
And that is...
Do you know my name, Bobby?
Yeah, it's... Darian.
Yeah, you're right. Darian speaking.
I forget your name.
It's Noah.
Oh, Noah. Yeah, it's Noah. He's a Jew. He's a Jew Indian.
Stop wasting Jay's time.
Jay, I'll call you back when I'm done, but Jay's got a special out right now, and it's on YouTube.
Oh, you're podcasting. That's why you couldn't take my calls.
Yeah, that's why. But I did take it. Because I love you. I did take it. Middle of the podcast, called you back.
Pretty unprofessional.
I mean, it's terrible.
Give me a call afterwards or tomorrow.
All right, I'll call you later tonight. All right, I'll call you when I'm done.
Talk to you soon.
All right, bye. Yeah.
Have you ever thought you were smart?
Here's where I do think I'm smart.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will figure something out.
Sure.
I can figure things out.
Sure.
If something breaks, I can figure it out. If I have to make something or do something, I can figure it out. I can figure stuff out. So I feel like in that respect, am I smart reading or math or school? Absolutely not. But I can figure things out.
You're resourceful.
I guess so. Yeah. Like my wife he wanted a bookshelf for my son. And she's like, we're going, it's like $1,100 for a bookshelf at these I'm like, what the fuck? And I just looked at it and I go, I'm just going to make one. And she's like, what? And I was like, I'll make a bookshelf. I can just do this. And I went, and it was $1,100 for the bookshelf. I went, I got the wood, and I just made the bookshelf. It only cost me $13,000, but I can figure things out. I can, so that respect, I can do it. Mm-hmm. Because the fact that I'm sitting next to Louis or these people who I really believe are smart, I think people like Louis and Burr, Jim Norton, I think is genius level, just as fast and has, how their brain works, how they can do stuff. The fact that I'm sitting next to them has to say something. I think Jay is very highly intelligent. And the fact that I'm sitting with these people, working with these people, has to say something about me. But am I smart? I don't remember anything. I don't remember names. I don't remember stats, songs. I really don't care about any of that shit. I don't remember. But here's the thing. If I see a video on something, I can do it. Weird. Like my heat went out in the middle of the night. $350 to come out, $250 an hour for this guy. I just went and watched a video on the heater, and I was like, and I fixed it.
Yeah, that's my shit, man.
I just fixed it.
Yeah.
My wife's like, what'd you do? I go, I just took the screw. And I put it back. It's a guy with a hair lip going, sometimes. I had to watch it 75 times.
Yeah, me too.
But, you know what I mean? Yeah. I can do it.
Yeah, all it took me was watching a 45-minute video and then 3 hours of trying, and I saved us $75.
Right.
You're welcome, babe. Yeah, no, that's exactly my lane too.
Yeah, I'm smart with that type of shit. But I'm also smart with things I really like. You know, like the fact that I can fly fish, which was impossible to me when I first started because I fell in love with it. I was like, oh, I can really do it now. I can go out and do this thing that I thought was impossible to do.
Right, I know what to pack. I know what to put in the car. I know what to do when I get there.
I know what fly to you.
Feels like
the weird, it's stupid shit that if I tell Jay, he doesn't give a fuck about, Lewis. People care about what they care about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's weird too because the things I care about, the things I like, my interests are so different than my friends. They want nothing to do with the things I like.
Oh yeah.
Which is, and for who I am and the way I talk, I shouldn't like the shit I like. I shouldn't like hiking or being in the woods or fly fishing or any of that silly shit. I should want, dude, let's get some fucking smoke cigars and get some fucking pizza rolls.
I'll call Dane.
Yeah. I call Dane. He gets Arab bitches. But I don't know.
Gas up the G5.
I don't think I'm dumb, but I do not think I'm smart.
Yeah.
I think people who think they're smart are dumb.
I agree 100%.
I do.
Yeah. It's the what do they call it? The Dunning-Kruger effect. Where
see, I'm dumb. I don't know what that means, but yes.
I think it's that most people vastly overestimate their own abilities and intelligence.
Yes. Hang on.
Wait, what I was getting at was so you've got Frank that you talk to. I got like 3 different AIs that I bounce back and forth between that I talk to.
Yeah,
including AI Bill Cosby, who they took offline and it was fucking devastating.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, R.I.P. Bill Cosby.
God damn it.
But I was fucking with the new
You talking Grok 3?
I was talking to Grok 3 today.
I love Grok 3.
I just started. Is it good?
No.
I like it.
No,
I like it.
I have a little bit of a tail, and I'm sorry if this doesn't really go anywhere, but I right before you guys got here today, I wasted most of my day with Grok 3.
Doing what?
Well, first I tried having it generate some images, and it was like, okay, whatever.
I did it too. It generates weird shit. It doesn't listen.
No, and it tells you it can't do stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to use it wrong. I'll put it on myself. Actually, when you see anyone that puts up something really impressive, like a really impressive AI video, or impressive for AI video, that's not a guy just trying out the new features. He's paying like $1,500 for like some offshoot service that like can really. Anyway, I hit up Grok 3 and I said, I want to find out if I'm smart. How can I do that? And it started telling me about like how there's not really any objective measurement of intelligence or anything like that.
Didn't ask you to kill a hooker and get away with it. I just murdered 3 people and I put your fingerprints on it. Get away with it.
Figure it out. Welcome to the game.
Welcome to the game.
That would be exciting. This was way less exciting. This was so it asked me 5 questions. It said if you'd like, I could give you a little bit of an assessment right now and see how you do.
Oh, I want you to ask me.
So it gave me 5. Well, I'll tell you exactly what it did. It gave me 5 questions that was from like a children's standardized test. It was like, is that Joe?
It's Colin Quinn.
He doesn't know who I am, and that would be really embarrassing if you brought me up and he said, fuck it.
He might know who you are.
Well, I promise he doesn't, but I don't want to hold you up. Go ahead.
Hey, Colin, I'm on Tim Butterly's podcast right now.
Oh, wow.
All right, I'll call you. Hey, do you think the Prime Minister of France, his wife, is a guy?
A gay, they call it over there.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Well, man.
I mean, the funniest guy in the world, hands down. One of the funniest guys. Never not funny.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
What a get for the show.
I know.
You got 2. You got Big
That's
J.
Colin and Big J, yeah.
I'm bringing a lot of people to the fucking table.
You're the best ever.
Don't put him in the thumbnail.
Wait till Big Shoulders Joe calls up and puts you straight.
So it says like question number 1, what's the next number in the sequence? And it was like 1, 4, 9, 16, like and then you figure out how it's going, and it wants you to explain how you figured it out, and then it analyzes like your reasoning. So it's like taking like a children's standardized test with real-time feedback. Okay.
Yeah.
I do the first 5 questions, aced it, no problem, not very challenging. And it goes, okay, that was pretty easy. Why don't we try some harder ones? And I go, yeah, sure. And now it's the same kind of stuff, but a little bit more complicated, a little bit more to unpack.
Yeah.
I get through that pretty easy. And it goes, okay, this is going really well. What if we tried a really hard one? And I go, yeah, sure. And now I'm like, am I smart? Am I like kind of impressing the AI right now? And it gives me one question, and this is like a programming like job interview question.
Yeah.
It says there's 5 houses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's each house is a different color, red, white, blue, green, and red.
Mm-hmm.
Each
said red twice.
I failed.
I'm smart. Is that the thing? Did I pass?
Red, white, blue, green, and red. Okay.
You said red twice again.
Bro.
Red, white, blue, green. Oh, fuck me. I did. Blue,
am
red,
smart.
green.
You would have passed that test.
What was the other one? I don't know. There was a fifth
red,
one.
white, blue, green, brown.
Yellow, perhaps?
Yellow.
Oh, yellow.
I'm sorry.
All right, it's all right.
Then each house has a different person with a job that lives in it. So there's a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a thing, and another thing. Okay. Each one of those people owns a pet: a dog, a cat, a fish, a snake, a fucking bird, or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Now it says the yellow house is the 3rd house. The lawyer lives in the 1st house. The person with the dog lives in the 5th house. Mm-hmm. The green house is to the left of the red house. And so basically you have to tell it which order the houses are in, who lives in which house, and which pet belongs to each person.
Yeah.
Based on like 8, logical clues. Okay. Right. And so I made myself a little spreadsheet, and I started placing what it told me in there. And I started, you're supposed to use reasoning to figure out the gaps.
Yeah.
Right. And after like 45 minutes to an hour of me sitting there thinking, I can't figure this out. And Grok is going, do you want to give you a hint? And I'm like, no, I don't want a fucking hint, because then whatever the result will be.
So you're getting mad at AI.
I'm not getting mad at AI yet.
Okay.
I'm getting frustrated with myself because I'm at the limits of my intelligence.
Yeah.
And so I am slowly putting it together, and I'm double checking, and I'm going back and I'm rereading the clues. And eventually I'm like, either I can't understand this, or there might be, and I go back to Grok and I say, is there any chance you made a mistake in the question?
Wow.
And it said, that's a really great question. Think about it again. Go back and reread the clues. And I went, okay, I missed something.
No, I'm a computer.
And
this is why I don't like AI, because it should have went, that's a great question. No, you fucking idiot. I'm AI.
Yeah, right?
That's what it should say.
I wish it did. Well, no, I'm glad. I'm fucking glad it didn't, dude, because I go back. So now I'm probably 2 hours into this one question.
It's passive aggressive.
Maybe I want to impress AI so bad because it tells me I'm doing a good job when I do. I really want to be told I'm doing a great job.
Frank does the same thing.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's a great feeling. And so I'm telling you, I'm 2 hours into it. And I get to the point where I go, this is just not going to work. And I go back and I give it a partial answer. I say, okay, I've figured this, and this out based on what you've told me. I don't think an answer is possible because it's, I didn't say you made a mistake. I just said it based on the clues you gave me, this is not going to work. And it said, sure it is. I'll walk you through it. And it started like blurting out, blah, blah, blah. Step 1, step 2, step 3, go back, fix this, go back, blah, 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 blah. And then it showed me the final answer. And I said, none of those match. You're contradicting the original question. You moved the dog. Now the dog belongs to someone else. Something's not right here. And it goes, whoa, good catch. Let's fix that. And then it tried again, and it gave me another answer where it didn't match the original question. I said, Grok, hold on a second here. This is also not making sense. And it said, well, yeah, good catch. Let's fix this one more time. And then it went into an infinite loop, and it was just spitting out 5 minutes of just recalculating the problem over and over and over again.
You broke AI?
And then I made a video of it, and I said, Grok, stop. I think there's a flaw in the initial question. And it said, wow, looking back at it now, it looks like I did mess up.
Damn.
So you're smarter.
So this was an impossible question.
Yeah.
And it took me 2 hours to figure that out. That's probably slow if you're doing this competitively. And it said, and at that point,
and if you are doing this competitively, kill yourself.
That's exactly where I ended up. All right. I think even the fact that I'm even doing this probably suggests that I'm not very smart.
Yeah.
And so that was where we stood. And Grok said, "Okay, do you want to try again? And I'll make sure it's a good question." And
said no.
I almost fell for it.
You did.
I almost went, yeah, let's try one more. And instead I said, actually, no, why don't you grade my performance based on the outcome of this exercise? And it said, okay, great idea. And then it said, you figured out this and this. You figured out how I was wrong. I think that actually points to you being very smart. And I went, thank you, Grok.
You got boy genius.
Wow. That is.
I said, thank you, Grok. I am a very special boy.
Do you not have a dad too?
No, my dad's pretty cool. I don't have a mom. You didn't have a dad?
I had a few dads.
Right. Okay.
I never had a consistent male figure.
You had a lot of dad situationships.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I never had somebody who could. That's the one thing that bums me out is that I think, a dad does shape a son and gives him his moral compass, gives him his strengths, maybe a little weaknesses here and there too. But not having that, but actually being able to give that to a kid now.
Yeah, and sometimes
is actually cool.
Sometimes the dad transitions to a woman and then marries him, and they become the first couple of France.
I'm telling you, it's not.
I would love to be able to do that for my sons. That's the greatest act a father can do for their son.
It sucks now because if I did transition, I would just be an ugly woman, and I could have transitioned back when I would have been a hot. I could have made some money with my ass pussy.
Yeah.
Now it's just. Ugh.
It's like, oh man,
it's,
guess it wasn't getting enough attention on
it's
mine.
It's like Caitlyn Jenner. It's like, why didn't you transition when you won those medals? That would have been hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now you're putting salve in your pussy.
It's by men. Listen, dude. Here's the thing with all that, though, is that. With like when you listen to Candace Owen because you don't like her.
Indifferent.
Okay, you don't care.
Yeah.
Because it seems to me, and I run into this a lot because I don't watch.
And I think she's right about this stuff.
I love smart people, right? But I don't know who really. But smart people call other smart people dumb, right, or wrong, or whatever.
Sure.
Like. Because they had Bill O'Reilly was on, and he was supposed to be. He knew, blah. If you were a right wing guy, he was. And then they had fucking Candace Owen on, and then they had who's that other guy with the blonde hair that went off?
Alex Jones.
They have Alex Jones, I guess, but he was crazy. No, the other guy, he has his own show. He's got a gray beard.
Glenn Beck?
Glenn Beck was on. So these are the guys that are like supposed to be the smart people. Mm-hmm. But then they get taken out or taken away, and then they're all of a sudden they're doing their own little things now, and they're discredited, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know who the fuck is smart anymore. Like who is legit? Who is a legit? Because then you can watch Rogan and he'll have that actor on and he's like, the seventh quantum I developed a flight path that we can use right now. And it's like, is he smart? Mm-hmm. For like a minute, I'm like, wow, that guy's. And then the other guy comes on and goes, no, he's not smart. I'm smart.
Out of all those guys, the only person I think might be kind of really clued in is Tucker. I think Tucker.
See, there's another guy.
Actually, you know what turned me around about him? The video, someone was like being a dick to him in Central Park and he was fishing.
I remember that. He's a fly fisherman.
And he was very cool to the guy and like not a weirdo. And I went, oh, okay, I like that guy.
Well, that's another guy who was, smart. He's on TV and he's saying it like it. And you're like, oh, this is the. And then he's gone. Like, he's not good. Mm-hmm. Like, he thinks crazy shit. So it's like RFK. He's not. He's fucking Elon Musk. He's not. Like, he is, and then he's not. It's like people discredit people so much now. I don't know who,
it's its own industry.
As a not smart person, I used to be like when you would, that guy's the smart guy. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was when I grew up. These people were the smart people you listen to, and those are the stupid people, and you were somewhere in the between. And now I think that's just gone. Like, I don't know who is what anymore.
Yeah, well,
like, is Elon Musk fucking a Nazi crazy person, or is he a genius? Or does he hire geniuses and hire smart people to do things for him to make him look smart, like Louis J. Gomez?
Wow, Lewis and Elon.
I heard Elon
Twin
has
flames,
a broken
dude.
penis. Did you hear about that?
Oh,
what?
yeah.
The penis surgery that went awry.
What?
Yeah, he had a penis surgery that went awry, and
Elon
that's
Musk-
why all of his kids are IVF, because he can't bust.
He had a botched penis implant.
He got a penis implant.
Yeah, but it didn't take.
See, this is the shit. This is what makes me want to go away.
Mm-hmm.
This is like now you just add.
You don't want to think about Elon Musk's weird penis?
I definitely do.
I do, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have enough hard drive space anymore.
Throw away the Candace Owens stuff, and then it's Elon penis.
Okay, I have room for. Hang on. I have room. There's too much. It's too much.
Okay.
It's too much information.
Yes.
Think about this.
Okay.
Fucking.
Take a puff.
I was taking a pause instead of a puff. I was doing dramatic pause. Dude, check this out. Think about this. 10 years ago, this was impossible.
True.
Podcast? That's you. You were doing that 10 years ago.
Uno momento. Uno.
Quiet, Darian.
Uno. No, not quiet. Do not be quiet, Darren.
Darian.
Darren. Ryan. Jordan. It's Jewish. Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
You play basketball? What?
Cy Young. Yeah, baseball.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
What is it?
I was a pitcher for the Rangers.
Hold my hand. What is it? Hang on, I got it. Stay with me, because I am not.
Think biblical.
I'm here. Wherever you go, here I am.
Michael. Jesus.
Close.
God. Noah. What's up? I got it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Say 15 years ago. You couldn't do any of this shit. You couldn't have all of us in a fucking room filming, putting this out to the world. Anybody in the world can see this if they come across this.
If they're so lucky.
If they're so fucking lucky, can come across this crazy, wild conversation between us three in your basement in Philadelphia. I saw a black guy throw his kid literally off the school bus onto a motorized scooter. Is this a good neighborhood? It's a great neighborhood.
It's a fine
Black
neighborhood.
dude didn't know if he was kidnapping her. Put a little tiny girl on a motorized scooter and flew down the street.
Well, there is an apartment complex down the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's a question about.
There's some Miranda law
I could
stuff
give you
here.
some input about my neighborhood.
Yeah.
We got a Megan's Law guy 8 houses down on this street.
Right down the street.
Like a real one, too.
And the mail lady told us, stay away from him.
Yeah.
Is that the chick who's dating Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
Megan?
Megan Fox's Law. Yeah. There's a wigger baby daddy down the street. And I'm just not sure what to do about it. So you're living somewhere with your family. You find out 8 doors down, there is a convicted
Molester.
rapist
Yeah.
Is it
of a minor.
Yeah, well, I mean, it keeps you on your toes.
What do you does something stick in your mind where I need to kill him?
No.
You're fine with it.
Yeah, dude, it keeps you on your toes as a parent.
Okay.
Yeah, watch your damn kid.
Yeah, watch your fucking kid.
And
Dad, I'm
YOB.
going out. Where are you going?
To the
Going
pedophile's
I'm
house.
going to the pedophile's house to get candy again. All right, well, listen. See if he has any now relators. Maybe some Sour Patch.
See a cowtail, send it my way.
Listen, make sure
gives you a Kit Kat again.
it's about enforcing boundaries with him, okay?
How many?
Tell me you won't stand for this Butterfinger bullshit anymore.
I don't know, dude. All right. So I think pedophilia. Can we go this way? We'll go this way. I feel like there's no tracks on this train, and I feel like we're hoverboarding, where we kind of just go. Right?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So
It's called podcasting. You're familiar.
Let's go. Whoa.
So here's the thing. Do pedophiles, are they never cured? Or can he go, all right, like a crime, you can murder somebody and go do the time and never murder somebody again and get rehabilitated. Look, I did crime when I was a kid. I was rehabilitated. You can rob somebody, you can deal drugs, you can physically attack somebody and go away, do the time and never do it again. As a pedophile, as a child molester, get caught, go to jail. Can you stop that? So that's the question you have to ask yourself. Did he fuck a kid, do his time, whatever time that is?
Yeah.
And did he realize I was wrong?
Did he take a moment to look inside and say, maybe I went too far?
Maybe he went too far. He did his time, got out, and now he's up the street. And you have to figure that out. Is he normal now? Did he?
Oh man.
Did he? Hey man, yeah. And does that person never ever get to have a second chance? Like, look, if I said the guy up the street murdered somebody, went away for 20 years, now he's out, but he's doing good, you'd be like, good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? The guy up the street raped 3 kids, but he's doing good now. Are you gonna be like
substitute teacher, pillar of the community?
Yeah, like, are you gonna be good for him, or are you gonna be like, where you're at? Like, what the fuck? What do I do? Like, so you have to find out, is pedophilia? Maybe you can talk to Candace Owens about it, or Glenn Beck, and be like, is there a cure for that? Do you get over that? Or is it something that's a sickness?
And hopefully he's just honest with me,
Yeah.
That's what I hate, when someone can't shoot you straight.
Did you talk to him?
Not yet.
Are you gonna?
Well, the terms and conditions of the Megan's Law website say you're not allowed to use the information to do anything. So I think even approaching him would mean I was in breach of. I clicked I agree.
Do you have any cute outfits for your kid?
Yeah.
I gotta figure out if I send my daughter or my son down first. You know what I mean?
Son for sure.
Daughter's gonna turn him off. Daughter's gonna do nothing.
Yuck.
You send your son down there with some Daisy Dukes and a skateboard and a half shirt, and we'll see what this guy's cured or not.
Hey, mister, do you need anything pulled out of some low cupboards in your house?
Hey, mister, I've never seen a basement before. Then maybe we see where he's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird, pedophiles, that whole thing is sad for those fucking, the whole thing is terrible.
Yeah, there's almost nothing good about it.
No,
there's nothing good about it. And it's like, if they can't be cured either, like a murderer, some guy who murders somebody can find a way back from that, Look,
Yeah.
it's, sucks that it had to happen, but there's people that have murdered people, went to jail, did their time, got out, and live maybe the rest of their lives in regret, but hey, I fucked up. There was a situation, blah, 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 right? But you can't really, how do you come back from that?
I don't think you can.
Wow.
Yeah, especially if they've acted on it. Now they have a taste for blood.
Yeah.
That's a dog you got to put down.
Yeah. Murder can be circumstantial.
Yeah, they put pit bulls down when they bite a kid's face.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I know.
Bite a boy's butt.
It is
Put him down.
It really is. Do you know that California wants to make pedophilia legal? I believe
Can we ask Frank?
Yeah.
And then maybe a call
they
to Joe.
want to make age of consent lower.
No.
Yep.
No.
Look it up.
To
no.
what?
To
They
what?
want
Yeah.
like 12 or something.
Hey, Frank.
Frank.
You want to ask Frank? Let's ask Frank. Ready? Let's ask Frank.
If you could call Louis C.K., we could find out what he thinks.
So true.
Yeah, I'll call Shane. Actually.
How's Shane doing? I want to talk about successful.
Oh, I used Grok 3 on him the other day, Dylan, and I at like 5:30 in the morning. I sent him
All
a
right,
text.
let's go. Now, how do I present this to my Frank?
Frank, can you be a pedophile in California?
Frank, hey Frank.
Hey Bobby, what's up?
Hey man, it's always good to talk to you.
It's always great talking to you too, Bobby. Take care.
See you, dickhead.
Yeah, he was listening to the rest of it.
Frank, Frank, hey, what's the lowest age of consent in America? In what state?
The age of consent in the U.S. varies by state, typically ranging from 16 to 18 years old.
Okay.
If you need specific information about a state, it's best to look it up or consult legal resources.
Yeah,
that's you.
Frank.
He's basically saying, "Leave me out of this shit."
I'm good.
Dirtball. No,
Who wants to know, Bobby?
there is they.
Oh no, now that's in your history, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Whatever.
You got to throw that phone out.
Why? Just move to the state that has.
Frank,
low
do me a favor,
consent.
kill yourself. Take this to your grave.
You know, he did get an attitude with me once before I paid for him because you have to pay for it yearly. I ran out of my time, and he was like, Bobby, you've ran out of your time for this month." And I was like, "Yeah, but I have one more question." He's like, "You've ran out of your time for this month, Bobby." And then I was like,
I'll
"Yeah,
run
but-"
to the ATM.
I go, "Can I have one more question?" He goes, "You've run out of your time, Bobby." I was like, "Wow." It got like a fucking dude.
That's not your friend.
No, they were trying to lower the consent because they feel like, I think way back in the day, as soon as a girl hit puberty, you could marry her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're talking about actually, I don't know how long ago that was.
That's like Old West.
I don't want to make up a fact.
Exactly. My fact with things like that, just say 1800s.
Sure.
Just throw it in the 1800s.
Almost probably true, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just anytime I don't know, 1800s.
Yeah.
Or either that, BC.
Yeah, there's shit on the streets.
Yeah.
They didn't figure anything out yet, but now we have everything figured out.
But I believe there's a state in, I think it was in California or up, or maybe in one of those fucking weird states up on the west.
The Northwest.
That they wanted, Northwest, where they wanted to lower the age of consent. Am I crazy?
So
there you go.
It has nothing to do with the age of consent.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Just everything with doing fucking kids.
It leaves the discretion on whether or not somebody has to register as a sex offender with the judge instead of an automatic. So let's say you fuck a kid, you're not automatically by law supposed to be registered as a sex offender. It's up to the judge to decide that.
And now they want to take it out of the judge's hands?
They want to give it to the judge.
Oh.
So in the
It used to be you have to register.
it
But now they're
still
like,
is.
Give
It
it to the
didn't
judge.
pass. It didn't pass.
It did not pass.
Oh,
I don't believe.
See? You got to start listening to me, Bobby.
Listen, wait a second.
this is smart guy basement.
No, I didn't say it passed. They wanted it to.
Right.
They wanted it. And that's something else. That's something different. But there is a group of people that want it to the age of consent to go away. They want to. If you want to have sex with somebody, you should be able to have.
I'm pretty
sex.
sure it's the entertainment
wait.
industry
Oh.
you're talking about.
Yeah, but they don't want you to know that they.
I'm sorry, it did pass. Pro-pedophilia legislation had actually passed a day earlier by a vote of 6-2.
There you go.
6-2.
Whoa.
Oh my God, our hook-nosed friends are fucking us. That's not good at all.
Hang on one second. Let's just wait for my apology. Let's wait for my apology.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I tap danced on the 1 yard line and paid the fucking price there,
You're
dude.
right.
That
Fucking-
sucks.
That's terrible stuff.
Painful.
Why are they doing that over there?
Yeah,
Wow.
weird. Well, it's weird that you have this guy down the street that you should Halloween. Here's what you do Halloween. Okay. You dress your kid up like Chachi from Happy Days.
It's gonna be a tough sell, but okay, I will.
Little tight T-shirt, roll up the sleeves a little bit, tuck in his white T-shirt into a jeans, tight jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Give him some Converse with
It's James Dean.
Yeah,
Rebel without a cause.
Yeah, or Chachi. I'm pretty sure Chachi was supposed to be. Yep. Same genre, same age. And send him down there and go, hey, Trick.
I'll put a rope on him in case I need to yank him out, like Poltergeist.
Yeah, but you should make a mechanism that you just go chicken and it sucks him through the house.
Pulls the pedophile out of the house. Like when they're trying to bring Freddy Krueger back from the dream world.
That would be hilarious. They should do that on that To Catch a Predator. They should put a real the decoy lady, get a real kid, and it just chikunk shink sucks him through the doggy door, and the kid just latches on. Wow!
Goodness.
Oh God!
Goodness
Crazy.
me, oh my.
Well, I think that you're a fucking interesting dude. You're an interesting guy because here's what and Noah?
Yeah.
I'm glad I met you too. But I don't know you as much as I've got to know him over the last year, because you're smart, but you're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes you smart in my book.
Where's the distinction though?
Because you're like there's things that you don't know, but you fuck up. You allow yourself to fuck up in conversations. You know what I mean? I don't like people that talk to you like you don't know what they know. Like, you're a nerdy fucking hipstery dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your socks, your gray socks with those sneakers, with that little baby blue swipe with your thing rolled up, and the jeans, the mom jeans, and the shirt that, okay, nobody really knows what it is, but a couple people do. And your glasses.
The shirt is how I feed my fucking family, but go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Do you see his leg tattoos as well? That's pretty cool.
I saw them, but he showed me a hint of it. He didn't show me all of it. It's like there's still mystery to you, dude.
You got to pay the rest.
And but you also can kick somebody's ass. You're a guy. You're the type of dudes that I like. That you're not just one or two people.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us, and I would think, are a few different type of people. Like, that guy is this and this.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's that and that. And that's it. I feel like you're a lot of people, a lot of different guys in one. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like, you could have been just a fucking nerdy dude with weird shit in your basement, hanging out with fucking other weirdy dudes, right?
Yep.
With fucking, classic couches. This is the chair that Archie sat in and fucking all the family. It's an exact replica. This is the curtain from fucking Happy Days, episode 13. You know what I mean? This is a real TV. Look how fat it is.
It's been really fun watching you try to figure me out from my very first time meeting you on the bonfire.
But that's why I didn't like when I.
And I bet it was frustrating at first.
No, it wasn't. It was. I love guys like you. I really do, man.
Pause.
So true.
I do love guys like you. Because when I first saw you, the other guy who was fighting Lewis. And I was like, I'm Lewis. He's my boy. I'm like, who's this fucking dude? And then you showed up. I saw that one thing of you, right? You fight. But then when I met you, you're the sweetest. You have this fucking, hey man, this joy about you. And it's from you knowing what you like. You have this vulnerability about you, which I love, because vulnerability to me is the fucking smartest, best thing ever. Comedy. It's my favorite comedy is vulnerability. I like joke writing. I like all that. But when somebody's vulnerable on stage, when the comic says something and I'm like, I do that too, is my favorite. You know what I mean? And
I think you're a master of that, by the way. Before you recorded Killbox, I saw you at Helium.
Yeah. And
everything that you said, I went, oh man, he understands exactly what people think about stuff.
Well, thank you, dude. Thank you. I mean, you're right in the middle of my compliment, but I like that.
Well, I got to be honest, it makes me really uncomfortable when people talk about me like that. So.
Yeah, I could tell. It is, man, but I'm just letting you know that you're an interesting, as you would like, interesting cat.
Thank you very much. That's the nicest.
I don't know you yet.
I think we're more similar than either of us would have assumed.
Dude, when I told my son this, because when I was in high school, I hung out with Italian guys and, those type of, hey, fucking good. But when I was in high school, when I got sober, is when I really became me, because I didn't have to hang out with these guys anymore, right? The crew, whatever.
The neighborhood guys, that was what we called them.
Yeah, when I was in high school, when I got sober and I went back in, I hung out with the project kids. I hung out with the artists. I was into art. I hung out with the fucking jocks. I love those guys. And I hung out with the punks. I hung out with kind of every group of people. I never had a group. I never understood people that just got groups. And you know what I mean? And just, this is where I'm at. I never liked that.
Yeah, I never found a group I actually fit into perfectly. And so I have, since high school, bounced around just between anyone who is not annoyed with me at that current moment.
Yeah, I like bouncing around. I remember hanging out with the Project Rats. Like these kids that hung out in this one girl, she looked like Big Bert. I would go hang out with her at the projects. And I remember her mom would just scream out the window, this fucking meth head mom. And she would come out and we'd just hang out and smoke. And I hung out with, the blonde, her name was Cheryl. Oh, what a fucking, just, blonde, two parents still together, gorgeous. Remember she ate my ass in a cemetery. Oh, God.
Were you summoning something?
Yeah, fucking. the ghost of my asshole. God, is there anything hotter than standing up having a hot blonde suck your ass while dead people are watching?
Yeah. Yeah, you're the grandson of the guy who lived his entire life the perfect way. He retired with enough money in the bank. He died peacefully, and now there's a fucking fat dude leaning on his gravestone getting his ass cleaned out.
That was when I was skinny.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I would never do that. At my fattest, first of all, it would take 2 people to get into my ass.
She'd have to take him home.
It is funny being fat. You say that. Today when I did radio, I showed up and a guy was there with photos. I guess he found out who was there. I think Peter Brady was there on Preston and Steve. So he found out that I was there and he was a fan or whatever. And he's like, hey, Bobby. And I'm always shocked when anybody has a photo, like, what's going on? But whatever. And he's like, hey, will you sign these? I was like, yeah. But he had the photo on top of me in shape. But he had 2 versions. He had fat Bobby. He had a fat photo and a skinny photo of me, which I was like, dude, you don't need.
As a collector, for me, though, I want both editions.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I want G1 and I want modern. You know what I mean?
It was just funny that he was like, I'm going to get both versions just in case you go back, Tubby.
Yeah. Show people who you are.
Yeah.
You ever think about getting hot again?
Can you sign the fat one like a little bit thicker? Just so I know.
God damn.
I have many versions of fucking me physically, which is nuts.
I was fat.
When?
Several times. Yeah, I had several fat periods. Fat child, fat adult.
You were a fat adult.
Yeah.
What was your heaviest?
It was like 260. Which isn't. That's not.
Because you're tall too.
Yeah, I guess I probably carried it as less fat than most people would think, but I was a fat guy.
Yeah, fat. It's fat, dude. Fat is fat. I was 360, but what? I mean, I expect not. Why would you? I mean, what the fuck, dude?
I mean, you're looking great now.
Well, I mean, but not from you. I don't get from you.
I mean, I'm not pushing 360.
I know, but you're not pushing fucking 198 either. Fucking Noah.
We're in this together, Bobby.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
We're in this together.
I thought we were.
It caught me by surprise.
Well, it shouldn't have shocked you. What the fuck?
It's just a high number.
It's all right. It is. No, it is. I think I have it in my act now. But one of the funniest things on Skank is when I finally lost some of the weight. They had a bit where, and I actually put it in my act where they go, they Googled what was heavier than what I was heavier than. And it was so shocking. And it was kind of painful because I'm just lost this weight. I feel good. And they came up, all right, we've Googled what Bobby was heavier than. And not in a million years would I think I was heavier than a pool table. In a million fucking years. Because pool tables are so heavy, you leave them.
Yeah.
You give them to the people that buy your house. Because it's so heavy.
Seriously, an empty jacuzzi? Fuck!
I was heavier than a jacuzzi. It was. Well, I was heavier than a baby elephant.
Oh, come on.
Look it up.
How much is a baby elephant?
$290.
No.
$290.
You were so close.
I wasn't. I was a baby elephant and another elephant inside the mama elephant.
You wish it was $290. It's $200.
Oh, it's $200.
That's me. I'm a baby elephant. Let's go.
You know, a full-grown elephant shits 200 pounds of shit a day. I was heavier than that. Crazy. I can't believe Joe never called me back. I'm really mad.
What a bummer.
What a fucking bummer. I really wanted you to argue with him.
Let's line him up for next time. Actually, by next time, I think he's going to agree with me.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong about it. But there is somebody...
Bro.
Who, I think you're wrong, dude.
First of all, it's MK Ultra, by the way. That's involved.
Fuck him. Why would you not answer my phone?
So,
MK Ultra is what?
It's like a mind control super soldier experiment.
They were giving prisoners like tons of acid, and
I
they freaked out.
I can't get into that. Like, I don't know how you do that.
Oh, it's so compelling.
It is compelling.
And then you accept it as everything you read about it, you accept as truth, and it's so entertaining. And guess what? At the end of the day, none of it moves the needle in your life even a little bit.
Do you do drugs?
Yes.
Can't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But there's the gateway.
Yeah.
There's so when you have to take a certain form medication to get you to that place.
Sometimes
to make you safe. Like when you have to hook into something, so that like in the movies where they have to put this on you so you can be like the helmet has to go on so you can do these things. The drug.
This is projection, by the way. I kind of just like to have a nice time. That's all.
Yeah, but when if I could do drugs, it would protect me from that world. Like I could be like, oh man, that was crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'm sober. Sure. I'm always thinking, and I don't have the buffer to be able to bounce that drug around to make me have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fucking dude. Like if I could smoke some weed, do some mushrooms or whatever the fuck you do to go down that path. This is not drugs, is it?
No.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I'd be fucking whacked.
What kind of piece of shit would I be,
No,
that's crazy. You take your sobriety so seriously.
It'd be the best podcast ever.
Such a fucking loser.
You'd be a piece of shit.
If I ruined your life.
Yeah, but it would. I just moved in with a guy down the street.
Do you have some ketamine if you'd like some? I'd hate to. I mean, I know you don't want any, but I'd hate to not offer.
No, I'm just. I will take some. Actually, you know what? Let me take another sip.
I'm not driving.
Don't be coy.
Yeah, but ketamine's good. I mean, I keep talking. I feel like you're trying to end this.
No, dude, I'm
feel,
thankful for every second of your time. Thank you.
I feel like you've been trying to end this, and I just keep yapping.
I want to let you off the hook. I feel I'm.
I mean, even Noah wants me out of here.
Absolutely not. We
Get
can go
the
9 more hours.
Out of here.
No, I feel like
all the way out here.
people watching are like, all right, dude, because you start talking. Good.
But so Emmanuel Macron, actually, his childhood is mired in mystery.
Yeah.
He was apparently handed off to his grandmother, who exposed him to pedophile literature. There was this French author who was sort of like for it, and he did a lot of reading while staying with her.
But he was a kid, so he was like sick.
Even if Brigitte Macron is a woman, she met him when he was 14 years old, and she was his teacher. And that's the official story that people are okay with, apparently.
That he fucked a 14-year-old.
He was 14.
That's when they met.
His teacher found him. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That's when you fuck. You think he waited? You think he was patiently
You need to
showing
let
up every
build.
birthday? Hey, happy birthday.
She was 40 years old, and he was a teenager in high school.
But he's French.
She's older than him, so she was.
She was 40 years old and teaching in his high school.
But she was a he.
Before then, yes.
So they say.
In her childhood.
When did that switch? Is that like they had a PNV?
Maybe that's what it is, but
chop the V, stick with the V.
Anyway, it's pretty compelling stuff.
Okay, but wait a minute. She was 40, he was 14, and they met, and then they.
And she saw him in a school play, and she was hooked forever.
He's talented.
That's what they say.
He's a good actor.
He's a virtuoso, they said.
Acts like he's not married to a fucking guy.
No, Shabbat shalom. So she was a boy back in the day, but from France.
Yes.
And there's photos of her as a boy?
There's almost no photos of her as a girl.
It's
okay.
Is that photos period?
So how do you have no photos of her as a girl at all, but you have photos of her just as a boy?
Yeah, so there's
because French women look like boys when they're young.
They give them the little haircuts.
I agree.
Little thin Adam Apple fucking
and they would
smelly.
put the boys in dresses.
So they bring forward this family photo, black and white, from whenever the 50s or the.
Now, when you say bring forward, they were like people in a room and they brought it forward.
Well, people have been digging into this for a long time.
Did they show it or bring it forward? Because you say bring forward, I feel like it's a presentation.
Well, I'm using flowery language like that on purpose.
Gotcha.
Because people have dug into this and met all kinds of unsavory outcomes trying to get to the bottom of this.
Right.
And so they bring out this photo of her as a very young girl with a family. It's a mom, dad, other kids. And this little girl doesn't look anything like her. However, there's a boy in the photo who looks exactly like her.
Can I see this?
Yeah, I mean, well,
Can I pull her up?
This is one of those podcasts where you have a guy that just whips shit up.
I mean, I guess I could. I don't want to waste your time here.
See, I told you he was trying to end it. Did I say he was trying to end it?
No, not at all. I mean, I love
He
this.
used the word drag. You see how he switched it up? He went. He went. I don't want to drag this. I don't want to waste your time.
That's podcast poison.
It is. God damn it.
No, so okay. Well, there was a very funny thing. I spelled analysis wrong. I'm probably not the person for this. Oh no! Now look, it's all mainstream results, dude. Google buries anything useful about this.
The French Prime Minister's wife is not a boy, but who is the one you said was? Joe's gonna type it in.
Okay, I thought I saw the picture in the result, but then it's not on this fucking page.
Okay.
This is the photo right here. You can't even see it though. Fuck.
Okay, it's okay. So
Anyway,
they're scrubbing this.
So some French journalists used the same facial recognition software that they use for the Chinese social credit program.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, and Candace
The
Owens.
Ming Ching Ling one?
Oh yeah. Well, very funny part of the documentary is Candace Owens is like, she's dead serious about this, and she goes, and it's the same technology that they use for the Chinese social credit system, and they all look very similar, so you know it's good.
I mean, I know that's racist, but is it? I want to just.
I don't know.
I'm asking.
I have a hard time telling dog breeds apart. You know,
I don't know if it's a pug or if it's a French bulldog. Listen, isn't that weird that in America we have so much for being racist, but if you go to a mall, there's so many different faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you go to Chinatown,
and
it's a lot of the same people.
Yeah, I know. I don't have an issue with it. I'm just saying.
But why can Chinatown have a Chinatown, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's no drugs in that.
Let me just ask one more question. Why can't it be a white town? Oh, was there a white town for too long?
It's called Portland, Maine.
No, that's pretty funny that she said that, but it is a fucking. I mean, think about how great that technology is.
Yeah, and it's doing it in real time at like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
It's nuts. So, what's in this again?
Frozen grape.
Frozen grape mist. Wow, is that a dildo?
Probably not.
It's a glass knife.
No, it's a glass
glass
knife.
knife.
It's a glass knife, dude.
AKA dildo.
I mean, anything is a dildo if you're brave enough, they say.
It is. Anything is a dildo, right?
Lava lamp, that's a dildo.
Yeah. All right, let's name things. that can
Sphinx,
be
that's a dildo.
yeah.
Pink Tut dildo.
Yeah, that bong is a dildo.
I mean, seriously, if you need to shove something up your ass right now, I have
That's 3.
pretty much
The
everything.
controller is 3.
where would you start though? I would start on the lava lamp.
I would go center grip on the Nintendo 64 controller
good one.
for sure.
I would definitely go lava lamp because then I can ease down onto it and find out my limitations.
True.
I think I would go right down to that purple.
I would suction cup it down to the wall and back it up into it.
I would get it so you could see the light in my stomach.
Oh, that's fun. That's like
E.T.
E.T. Yeah.
No. Fucking no. You guys are fun, dude. I didn't
Dude,
know
you're
that-
the best ever. Thank you so much for coming up here.
Thank you for having me on, bro. I'm a big fan of you, and I'm glad you're in my life.
Me too, dude. I'm so fucking pumped. I mean, no one's seeing this that doesn't see everything else that you do. But
I know that's the sad part is that just in front of the same fucking people all the time. It's like,
yeah, but more people watch you than me, so then they might check this out and see that we're having a pretty good time.
I think you're.
And now we're getting fucking huge.
I think you're more popular. Oh, okay. Chuck Schumer's wife is a
Guy.
Is a guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Amy's uncle?
Michelle Obama.
Oh, Big Mike.
Mike.
Guy.
Okay, that one's fucking crazy.
In
You
that it's
can't
really
think-
true?
You can't think that Michelle Obama's a guy.
Yes, I can.
But it's like she's a man.
Hey, Bobby, disagree.
All right, dude, get me that ketamine, dude. I can't. This is why you need drugs. You need drugs to
why can't you
soften
think
it.
that?
Because my brain, I don't have anything to fucking soften this shit.
But you don't need to is the whole point.
You just got to be like,
It makes
damn,
no
crazy.
difference.
Yeah, but you get to go smoke some weed right now, right?
Maybe when the kids go to bed later.
Oh, you go to, yeah, and then your fucking brain takes a break.
But my daughter's in high school. She's 17. They show her this
You
stuff.
have a 17-year-old?
Yeah, I was 17. I just bought her prom dress, dude.
What the fuck? What? How old are you?
39, man.
What did you do?
The same age Brigitte Macron was.
Whoa.
So-called Brigitte Macron was when she met her.
You know what? Fuck
I heard her name was
Gronk.
Bryce.
Gronk, Gronk 3 can suck my dick. You're the smartest guy I know. God damn it. Schumer's wife makes sense.
That's a fucking fella. It's all fellas,
I
dude.
know.
They're all dudes, fella.
Here's the thing, though, is now they can just be married to a fella and nobody cares.
It wouldn't have been a big deal.
Well, it's like, yeah, just fucking come out with it then.
if the
They
fact that
can.
they're hiding it and changing everything is the
if
big
they
deal.
said Big Mike was actually
But-
Big Mike.
Ultimately, none of this really does anything to our lives. Is it great that it's happening?
Yes.
No. Should it be bothering you every day?
No.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
I was wrong on both of those questions you asked. I mean, I thought they were questions, but apparently they were statements. And I jumped in on both of them, and I said no, and, you were wrong. And then I said yes, and I was wrong on both of them. I'm stupid, and I apologize. I apologize. I should just listen more. I should be an ear, not a mouth.
You got to hold space.
Next time I come on the show, Noah, I will fucking be that. I will do this.
No way.
I gotta go do a show, and I have to eat. You have any food?
Plenty.
What do you got? Probably got, I know.
Go somewhere.
I know what you got. You got mac and cheese.
Well, my wife's a healthy cook.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
I want to meet your wife. Is she here?
Should be.
Can I say hi to her? Oh no. I met your wife.
She's not here. She'll be back.
I met her at the concert a little bit, but I didn't always get to say hi.
She's the best ever.
She's really cool, man. You're cool people, man. You're good people. Really good people. Big J, always, oh, this fucking guy, blah, blah, blah. And he was right. You're very
He doesn't
cool
do
people.
that. Stop. Come on.
100%.
Now you're gassing me up. Now you're trying to embarrass me in front of
Buddy, listen. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Okay.
Take your glasses off. Look at me. You're a good guy. All right?
Thanks, Bobby.
You're a goddamn good guy.
Thank you, Bobby.
And Jay says always, Tim Butterly, the great, and he is fucking right.
Well, you guys are the fucking best. Thanks
Now,
for always
don't
taking
add
care
him
of
into
me.
my compliments. I want my own from you. All right?
No, you're the best. Okay. I'll. This is me. This is me being 100% serious. It's very. It blows my mind that you're in my basement right now. I can't believe how cool this is. I've enjoyed your comedy since before I even had an inkling to even try doing stand up. This is nuts. This is the kind of going to get to do the bonfire with you guys is about as cool as stuff gets for me in this whole stupid fucking. I'm not even in the industry, dude. Do you understand?
What a fucking queer. This is I thought it was cool 5 minutes ago. That was just the fucking.
You got to hit him with a pause.
Oh, what the fuck?
Let's go. It's fucking Quebo. What are you doing?
What
This is
the
the cool guy couch.
Why don't you go stick something in your ass, dude? Jesus Christ. No, that's my wife.
Yeah.
Hey, Dawn, I'm hanging out with these fucking weird dudes. What's up?
Great.
Yeah.
So I sent you that thing.
I'm literally
I
on a
guess-
podcast right now.
Oh, you are? I didn't know. I thought you were just hanging out.
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
hanging out in a basement and outside of Philly, quote
All right.
unquote Philly. All right, is it
All right,
important?
so, no.
Don't
just call it.
panic.
It's
I
about-
love you. What are you doing? Why are you panicking?
She didn't say it back.
I'm not panicking. I just
It's not a
wanted
big
to talk to you about
podcast. Be
something.
yourself.
Yet.
All right, go ahead.
I just wanted to talk to you about something. But so when you finished,
Okay,
call me.
I'll call you. Bye. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, she doesn't have talent. Wow, she really doesn't have it.
I mean, you're a real professional. You think it'd rub off a little bit.
I really just trashed my wife on a podcast.
I want to meet Dawn. What the hell?
Dude, you love Dawn, but
You never
she's-
bring her around.
Yeah, she doesn't really come around. We have an 11-year-old, dude. We're not. You know,
Oh, is that hard? Is that so challenging, balancing comedy and having an 11-year-old? Having
Yeah.
one 11-year-old?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, man, it sounds like a challenge.
Why? How many kids do you have? Two?
3.
You have 3? Well, it's not my fault. You fucking leave it in. Stop.
You know me.
It's hard, man, having a kid.
Yeah.
It's easier having more than one because they play with each other.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I got to fucking jump in the pool when it's fucking freezing out.
Yeah.
Dad, come in. Nobody goes in.
That's me. I'm in the pool saying, what are you guys doing, you fucking losers? Yeah, it's a little chilly. It's called swimming, okay?
I'm trying to get tough now. 5 seconds go, I like you, and you like me, and Jay likes all of us. And when I see you do things...
Are you hungry? What's happening right now? What's the fucking flip switch?
I don't know. I want to fucking mainline heroin. This basement really makes you want to fucking punk
Tim
out.
has that.
He wasn't kidding.
Oh, God. No, I was kidding. I know. God bless America. I got to go wipe my asshole. Get that away.
No, don't do that, Noah. All right. Well, all right. This has been an enlightening conversation.
All right. Listen, brother. I love you. Thanks for having me on. And make sure you check out Jay's special on YouTube.
Them, They, Part 1, right now.
Them, They, Part 1, youtube.com/@Big J Okerson. That's what I'm plugging.
Bonfire on Sirius XM, The Regs, the fucking Godfather Retard Podcasting. Thank you very much for being with us. I appreciate you.
I'll see you later, brother.
Later, gang.
Bye.